Hello everyone and welcome back to another Elite Dangerous Beginner's Guide from a beginner. That would be your host, me, Commander Great Tabs. Alright, today we're going to go over passenger missions. And unfortunately where we're docked, we can't. But before we get into the passenger missions, we're going to go ahead and do our move on out of our starter zone and doing that mission. So you're going to ride with the leaving of the starter zone mission with me here on this one. This one may be a quick short episode, and then we're going to run on over and jump into doing some passenger missions and how they work. All right, everyone. So let's go ahead and get on in this. As you're going to see here, jumping back into open play once again. So as this is where we've said I'm going to try to do all this. Now I do have multiple servers I could jump on at any point in time, but I have chosen not to. All right. Once this loads, here we are. We're going to go to Start Port Services, and then we're going to go ahead and look at our mission board. Now, when we come to the mission board, we should see our general mission board, like we've seen multiple times before. Anytime you see this chain link here, it means it's a follow-on mission. It means you have done a mission prior to this one, and this is the next step in a possible chain of missions. All right. So when you start the game, you go through the whole beginning exercise, which I've not got a chance to go through myself. I actually started the beginner's guide right before they added that all in. Fun. I may try do it again later and add it in somewhere in the beginner's guide. Anyways, but you completed that first mission, and then you get this Exploring the Galaxy mission. And basically, what we're going to do is venture beyond the safety of the Pilots Federation District, and we're going to dock at a station outside of it, which means we're going to lose our ability to come back into the starter zone. Remember, I said if you do want to go ahead and start on with this, you can, but in the end of the day, you won't be able to come back into the starter zone, where it's a lot less likely you'll be harassed. All right, so we're going to accept this. Then we're going to back out of here. We're going to go into our nav panel, Transactions, Exploring the Galaxy, and we're going to open it. All right. So there's where our mission is. We don't have the system data information yet, so we have to go there to get it. So it looks like it's going to take us 2 jumps, and then this symbol here means this is a star that is a fuel star. As you can see right there, lightly in the orange, as I back out, it's a fuel star. It's this point where you can fuel up your ship. Now, since there's a fuel jump and 2 jumps, as you can see, the lines here already are solid. So it means that we'll be able to jump from here to Arari in 1 jump without having to worry about actually looking for more fuel or fuel scooping. But we had already put a fuel scoop on this in a prior episode to go 300 light years away from our start point to unlock an engineer, which will be in a more advanced guide or intermediate guide. So we're going to go ahead and get on with the move. All right, we're going to go ahead and launch. And in a few moments, we'll be jumping into the system that we need to go to.
A few moments later.
All right, as soon as we launched and got off the platform, we got this message, Exploring the Galaxy. Okay, let's see. It appears you are embarking to journey beyond the Federation District. Before you leave, there are a few things we should make sure of. Docking outside of the starting area will automatically revoke your access to the Federation District. The Pilot's Handbook and training simulations are always available on the Home tab in your Universal panel. We hope that you enjoyed your time with us, and we look forward to seeing your progress. Well, all right, they'll see our progress again once we make it to Elite and anything, and that's where we'll be. All right, let's get on out of here and get this show on the road.
A few moments later.
Alright, here we're in Arar system. Alright, we've already did the Discovery Scanner. And when I came into here, there is nothing to be scanned. Everything was already scanned. The only thing in here is a bunch of stinking, of these messages. Nothing rather worth worrying about. So I'm just doing this as we chitty chat. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and get out of this. Now we're going to go into the system map. And that's where we're going. We're going to lock onto the target. Going to aim that general direction. And if you have Super Cruise Assist, you can go ahead and use that. I do not, so I'm going to do it without. And in moments, we'll be back, and we'll be docking.
A few moments later.
Alright, here we have requested permission to land, and we're going to go ahead and go into the landing sequence. Right here at Nigeria port in a rare system. So we'll be docked here momentarily, ladies and gentlemen, and you're not going to have to suffer. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to witness the loss of said permit. Before we do, we're going to take one quick back look at it, and Pilots Federation District permit. Now that's about to disappear, so let's go ahead and land. Alright, we got a new incoming message. Dear Commander Noobtaz, the Pilots Federation wishes you luck on your new journey through the stars. As you have progressed beyond the requirements for access to the Pilots Federation space, your Pilots Federation district permit has been revoked. Any ships or module currently located within the district must be transferred to a station of your choice at your request. As the galaxy waits, fly safe, commanders. Alright, so we're now no longer allowed. As you can see, we have no permits, so we can't go back to any of the start zones, and we're now kicked out. Not really kicked out, we graduated out. Alright, we're going to jump into our starport services here, and then we're going to go ahead, click on refuel and repair, and then we're going to go ahead and jump on in the mission board and click saving our mission. Come out with 100,000 credits and a little bit of rep. And there we go. We are now outside of the start zone, and we got a new message. So let's jump on over and see what it says. Vice President Odom. Congratulations, Commander. We would like to take the opportunity to wish you the best of luck in your coming adventures. Remember that all cockpits have access to the Pilot's Handbook and Federation training sims. These can be used to refresh your knowledge of previous lessons, learn new skill about the galaxy in general, and about the galaxy. Safe travels, Commander Noobtaz. Thank you, sir. So we're going to go ahead and delete these. Don't need reminders. We're no longer allowed in there. And then we're going to go ahead and try to find out a good place to actually outfit for passenger missions. We're going to just use our adder because an adder's a good all-around ship, and all you really need is hull space or stuff like that. So we're going to quickly look in here to see if they have anything. It's all under optional Eternals, so we're going to look in here and see what we got. Okay, yep. We'll go with this, and we'll browse the shop. Let's see. Planetary hangars, refineries. It does not look like there's any passenger stuff here, so we're going to go ahead and find a place, and then we'll come right back into that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have found a system. I used one of the nice little things that we talked about we'll be talking about in the future is called a Nara. To quickly find something. All right, now we found the system, and we're going to go ahead and this is the closest it has. Closest system that actually has what we need. So we're going to jump over here, go to the port of interest, which is Lamarckic orbital in Nanabuzo. And then we're going to buy some passenger equipment, another fuel scoop, because I think we sold the last one. And then we're going to take a quick passenger mission for a small passenger mission, and we're going to show you how passenger missions work. Be right back. All right, here we've landed, and we're going to go ahead into our startport services. Then we're going to do any refueling, restocking, and repair that we have to do, which we already done. And then we're going to go into our outfitting. Now, for passenger missions, the only thing you really have to worry about is your optional internal spaces. So you have to have certain levels of certain things. Now, we already went through this and a little bit a moment ago. I already set this up a little bit. All right, we put 2 passenger economy classes in. That is all that's offered at this station, unfortunately. And a 2C bi-weave shield generator and a fuel scoop. All right, and that's the only thing. These cargo racks don't weigh anything, so they can just sit there for ever. All right, so that's the only thing you really need. You don't need hard points. You don't need to change your utility mounts. We can look at our, we got a heat seek launcher. Really don't need one there. All right, weren't done there. And now, core internals. Now, remember, we could only get a 3D frameshift drive. You want to have the best frameshift drive that you can get. Now, this is a lot heavier, but the jump range for it is going to be longer. As you can see here down in the very bottom of the screen, if we put this up, it goes 15.25 on the minimum, which we're right now at 10.65. Now we're going to lose some weight, we're going to use some more power, we're going to lose some basic flying ability, but honestly, if you have the money, it's pretty much worth even if you go to the B to be able to get. Now I could go to the A, and it's going to actually in turn take me down from what the D is already given us, and it's a modified. But it's also, you notice it's going to be heavier. So we're going to put in something that's going to give us more jump range than anything. So you want to also have as maximum amount of jump range that you can get when you're actually trying to make these ships. Now everything else can pretty much stay the same, and you don't really need to worry about anything else in the long run. So basically, it's just like your miner, except for your a cargo transport. You're just transporting people. All right. So we'll come in here to the passenger lounge. Now, go through all these. You'll see requirements not met. There's available contract. These are all requirements not met, and it's for some general little issue. Now we'll go ahead and look at one of the requirements not met, even though there's some here. This says I need economy class 10 passenger worth, economy 5 passenger worth. Now you can't break these up into, if you got multiple passenger class optional internal spaces. Like I have 2 3s. Now I can't break it up between 2 3s, and that's usually the reason. Like here it says business class of 2. Well, we don't have a business class. We go down here and we look at this, and it calls economy. Now we go to pick a cabin. See, and notice we can't pick the cabin because the cabin capacity is exceeded, and we can't split it between 2 different cabins. So you have to be all in one cabin. All right. So we go back up here and we look around. Now this one has a superpower, and we can get rep off of it. So this would be better to start working on your superpower, which is Alliance, Federation, and Empire. To start, if you're going to do passenger mission, to start with something like this. Because as you get down these, in a later episode I will show you, if you get down these, you get bigger ships. All right, so we're gonna take this one. This is your basic rundown. It's a rich tourist. Got to go to Payson Hub and Zerelia. Receive. Doesn't act well to danger. Hull damage will dramatically reduce satisfaction. Laid back delays will not affect satisfaction. Low value target. Unlikely to be sought high for hostile forces. Neutral. Performing illegal actions will slightly reduce the passenger satisfaction. Demanding. Highly likely to make demands on board. Denying these will reduce the satisfaction. And again, down here this tells you your recommended rank. This is mostly penniless is good enough. All right, and these are different rewards. This is where you're going to is 586 light seconds away. The system is 19.01 light years away from our current position. So we upgraded our ship to jump 15. It's still going to take 2. Economy class needs 4 passengers. The time left for this mission is 1 hour and 47, and we got to deliver to the Nazur citizens of tradition. Well, that's the faction that's going to be there when we get there, but we'll see that when we get there. So we're going to go ahead and pick a cabin, and we're going to accept this contract. All right, you can accept multiple contracts at a time. I generally don't, because you got one demanding to do one thing, one demanding to do other thing, and it becomes a real crazy system. The more you do, the worse it gets. So if you keep it 1 or 2, you should be fine. You start getting more passenger groups, it becomes even more exponentially difficult. All right, so we're going to go ahead and exit. We're going to launch, and then we're going to get on with our thing. Now, you notice there's no accept button. It's basically pick a cabin, and then once you put them in that cabin, you're accepting the mission. All right? So we haven't set up, which we should have did before we launched, and we can still do, is go into our navigation panel, go to transactions. We're going to open the galaxy map, and then we're going to, right there, that's the system we're going to. So we're going to go ahead and click plot route. It's going to take us 2 jumps. All right, we're going to Gabriel and then Zerelia for next. All right, so we're going to exit, and we check this. We check our navigation. 2 jumps to our destination. Gabriel is the next. All right, then we're going to zoom up. Get aligned up and get out to the mail slot here. Now we got to pick up our landing gear. We're going to boost. Let them do their little talk, and we're going to go ahead and jump.
A few moments later.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we already scanned the system and everything. So we come to our system map, and here is where we find where we need to go for our mission. Now, again, it gets the mission identifier, so that's where we're going to go. And you can see here there's a lot of different things. If I had a detailed surface scanner, I could scan these planets because they're of high interest. Anything that's Earth-like is a serious high interest. And then I could sell the cartographies off to another system. So, all right. Oops, somehow we got left in the star a little bit too long. We're going to get away from it. We're going to take a little damage, unfortunately. Come on. Get away from there. There we go. We're going to turn, aim, and then we're going to fly to the hub. Now, in this time, the passenger had not made any requests. So there was nothing to show there. Well, sometimes your passengers will show requests. And then you'll want to complete those requests, and it makes for better satisfaction. The higher your satisfaction is, usually the better pay. Permission, we got permission, and then we're going to go ahead and go in. All right, let's take a moment to get the ship landed, because we don't have, didn't put a advanced docking computer back in, docking and or an advanced docking computer, so. We've got to do this all manually, and there's our dock. And here we're down. go into starport services, and like normal, always make sure we refuel before we forget. Alright, then we go into passenger missions, and then you'll see the little exclamation point. That's where you're going to hand it in. Transport Fidel Clerk. And then this is where you can select your missions. Now, when you're selecting, even when you're doing transport missions, you got usually 3 options, and we're going to go over the option bit here in a moment because it has 3 really good options here. One, you could get a lot of credits, all right, and a lot of credits will help you grow and buy bigger ships, all right. Then I talked about reputation with the large factions or the superpowers, and there's really 3 excluding the Pilots Federation. You got Empire, Federation, and Alliance. Now down the road in a future episode we'll go more over this, but the higher you get ranks in the Federation and Empire have ranks, and the higher you get in ranks, more ships, bigger ships, and it also opens up different systems you can go to, like the Sol system you can't initially go to until you unlock a permit, and that requires Empire rank. Alright, and then the third one option we have here is Strange Wake Echoes, Wake Solutions, and that's 1 unit. That is an engineering material, that one there. Sometimes you'll get some cargo materials that require cargo space, so you would have to have cargo space. But this is an engineering material, and it takes up no space. Now, if you're trying to get some early engineering stuff, this is not bad way to go. All right, you're still going to get some credits. You're going to get that engineering thing. But if you're going for rep on a certain faction, you're going to go with this one. Me personally, these Strange Wake Echoes aren't always the simplest things to come by. So, and usually I like to go, if I get a material for engineering, I like to go with it. So we're going to go with that one. All right, and then we go here, transport the cleric. Thank you, Commander. Get the Strange Wake Echoes. Go a little bit of rep in the Now the Citizens of Tradition, a little bit of superpower rep, and this shows you we get some Progressive Party and Nazbuzo. We get some rep there, and we get a little bit of superpower rep also. So that overall is pretty good. And you can see the influence. That means this group gets a little more influence in this area, and this group gets a little more influence in there. All right, and that's what that's all about. That has a lot to do in what they call background simulation. There's a lot to the background simulation, and you could probably make a whole series of videos just on that, because there is quite a bit to it. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is Passengers Missions in a Bubble. Plus, also, that is your first mission outside, or your exiting starting zone mission in the beginning, as we've seen there. So I really hope you found this informative and liked it. And if you did, please take a moment to give it a thumbs up. All right. With that all also being said, if you're not a subscriber, I do have a lot more of these. This is, I think, like the 13th episode. And I have more coming. So if you want to keep up to date with all these, go ahead and click the subscription button. Then click that notification bell, changing it from occasional to always to get instant notifications of all my future uploads. With that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is Noob Taz, better aka Great Commander Great Taz. I'm signing off, and we will see you out there in the deep black.